All right, Metal Block. Everybody out there, I hope it's been a great couple of weeks. It's great to see you again. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Guess what? More great music. More great music to talk about tonight. We're super, super excited. We're glad you're here. We're glad you didn't miss it. Brando, you got to watch out. He's posting stuff all the time out there. Yeah, I caught him by surprise. I said his name because he's looking down. But
I was double checking some dates, man.
that's awesome. Well, that's what he does. He's always out there. He's always checking out the music and making sure he's putting it out there for you guys to be able to see because, like we say time and time again, so much is coming out every day. Hard to keep track of. It's just good to have a place to go. And Brandon's always trying to share as much of that as he can. So go check out the socials just so you can see what's up. Whether it's about what we're doing on the show or just what's happening in metal in general, something always new like Nevermore, right? They're doing it again. So I saw some cool stuff with them this week. So, just excited to talk about some metal tonight. Thanks for tuning in. And tonight, though, before I toss it over to Brandon, let's talk about what we're doing. We have Krocophile with us today. You guys, it doesn't get any freaking cooler than this. We've got awesome metal, awesome art, and cool freaking dudes here to just sit and talk about what they love. So that's what we're going to do. Turning it over to Brando. Thanks for joining us, fellas.
Thanks for having us.
Welcome, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us tonight. I think you guys are in Michigan. Is that correct?
Yeah, Michigan.
All right. So way up there. Love it.
Frozen north.
I'm way down on the other side at the other pole of the United States in Houston. So, keep it cool up there, I guess. It's probably freezing.
We don't have to try to keep it cool. It stays cool.
Yeah.
Fairly well. No, it's been okay these past couple days. It's been like 40 degrees, 50 degrees. I've been able to wear shorts and a t-shirt outside.
Man, you're brave. Love
it. Oh, compared to like -15, it feels amazing.
Oh, I bet, man. 40s and 50s here. You see us walking like we shut the whole shit down. Houston's gone.
Yeah, but we got like one or two snow trucks for the whole city, know, and they got to go around like days ahead of time salting the streets or putting whatever's on there. So I got one question. I could Google this, but it just popped in my head. We always have to drip our faucets. Every single time this crap comes through, they're like, drip your faucets because the water, like keep it moving.
Right.
And it will happen. It will happen here. Like if we don't, like I've had a pipe freeze just at my house, and right. That doesn't even happen very often. So how do you guys not have to just run water all the time? You guys got a different infrastructure?
I think it's just how the houses are built. If you're in a trailer, then you still have to do that. Your pipes will still freeze up. In some houses, people that I know have had to worry about, similar, pipes freezing in the winter type deal. But normally, I've never had that problem. I've been here my whole life growing up here. I've never had to drip my faucets or anything.
Well, there's a lesson to the civil engineers down south. Like, just look up and see what they're doing and take note. And you guys want to freaking code us to death anyway. Make it a code because then our houses won't bust pipes and carpets get ruined. So anyway, I was about to go on an insurance rant, but I'll stop.
No, don't worry. I hate the insurance too, man.
All right. Well, guys, we're excited to have you on. We're doing this kind of little mini series, this sort of thing is what we're calling. We're highlighting some of the bands that are going to be playing the Gulf Coast Death Fest here in a few weeks. We were fortunate enough to be asked to be one of the sponsors. So we were like, hey, how can we highlight some of these bands, kind of promote the festival a little bit? So, we're really excited to have you guys on. So one thing I'd like to mention is the festival for everyone listening is March 13th and 14th at Pub 529 in Houston, Texas. I believe these guys are playing on, you guys playing the 14th?
Yep, 14th. I think it's 5:05 or 5 o'clock or something like that.
Oh, nice.
Perfect. All right. So make sure you come out to Houston, get your tickets while you can. Come out, check these guys out, go by the merch table and buy everything you can, give them tips. Just give them
Please.
all your money. All right. So, gentlemen, what we like to do, well, this will be the third start here, I think, is of how we like to start. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves and tell us what you do with the band?
Yeah, no. So we are Krocophile, obviously. I'm Jordan. I do the vocals.
I'm Chris. I play bass.
TJ, I play drums.
All right.
He also writes all the guitar
Yeah.
and records all the bass and the guitar and the drums. So don't let him just say he's just the drummer, because he's much more than all that. We wouldn't be where we are without like him kind of helming that task. For a long time, it was just him and myself. With Slamzilla when that came out, it was just us two on that EP. And again, and it was always due to just member changes or people quitting, and then it was
Yeah.
just him and I sitting there like, well, fuck him, let's still just put something out. So
Oh, yeah. Awesome. TJ, it's your first warning. No selling yourself short, buddy.
yeah,
All
better
right.
not rush her out of the band.
Yeah.
Oh, no, but this is really cool because one of the things that bands often deal with, I don't know if it's just in metal or not. I feel like, maybe just because I'm in metal so much more that's just what I see. But, it's turnover, membership turnover. It's really, really hard to find a solid, full group of people. Even the great, great bands that you hear about, gosh, it's so hard to even pick one of them that has had original membership. I mean, I right now can't even think of them. I started thinking, wait a second, Motorhead? No. Metallica? No. Megadeth? Definitely not. Slayer? No. And so I'm like, this is a, something that bands have to manage as they go along. And one of the big challenges is like, how do you keep putting out music? Or how do you keep making sure that you're like relevant in today's world? Because right, you don't do something for I don't know how long, but you might get forgotten, and so you kind of have to stay relevant and stay out there, whether you're still playing or you're still writing. And so that right there, I was just like, that's what it takes, to keep the ball rolling, right? You keep writing and you keep making stuff, and the right people will come, because if you build it, they will come.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no, it's all perseverance, really. I mean, and at the end of the day, it's what TJ and I, love doing. Even if we weren't playing live or going and doing anything crazy, we were still making music and being able to at least just release it, just get people on it, vibing with it, enjoying, the stupid shit that we fucking write and do, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, man. I love it. Well, way to keep relevant, man. Way to keep relevant.
So where did the Krocophile concept come from?
So back in 2016, I had first stumbled across Slam, and I instantly fell in love. We used to be in an old project years ago together, actually all three of us, and it was like a tech death project. We used to call ourselves the Dunwich Horror. We weren't anything big at all, just local schlubs. Then that broke up. I had I was at home watching Slam Worldwide, and Coprocephalic came on, and I was listening to it in my kitchen, cooking or something. Heard it, look out, like, oh, that's sweet. What's that? And as I'm trying to make out what the like band name was without like looking at, I wanted to try and decipher the logo, like a true metalhead. But I was
The
sitting
fun
there, I'm
game.
like, what's that say there? Is that Krocophile? And in my head, Krocophile kind of came across. I'm like, that's a sweet name. And I looked at it. I'm like, oh, that's coprocephalic. Hey, Crocophile's open. I better fucking take it. So I, being a absolute reptile nerd, and I loved him since I was a wee lad. It was just kind of like slamming my two fucking favorite autistic hobbies together: reptiles and slam metal. You know?
I think Jordan is the
Okay.
Krocophile, honestly. If we really want to be honest, like it's more of a titular name for him. He's addicted to the reptiles in almost every way. How many do you have?
Okay, so I have.
We all lived with them at one point, so we should all know how
He's
many.
got so many he's forgot
I have
already.
more. I have more. Well, so I just earlier in the year I was breeding my boas. I had a litter, so that's
buy them,
like 12.
please.
I gotta sell them though, right? I'm trying to sell
Yeah,
them. So
buy
if
them.
anyone wants to buy a
Anyone's looking
boa
for snakes, buy
constrictor
them.
from the Krocophile
They're
guy,
beautiful.
Reptilian Slam selling reptiles, hit me up, okay, guys? No, anyway,
Are you gonna
besides
have
that,
those for sale at the merch booth at the Gulf Coast Death Fest?
I've thought about it. I've
That's probably not a bad
legitimately
idea.
thought,
Are
maybe
you
I
driving
should
or
show
flying?
up.
And if you can't sell them, you can just let them free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you're
right.
flying, you
Perfect.
could recreate snakes on a plane.
Yeah.
Dude, I just put them on my pants and try and stow away on board with them.
You could
Snakes in a van.
You could have the ladies get them, like.
get a good squeeze out of it.
Yeah. Not that
I'm
snake.
getting, but yeah, no. So I have 12 babies. Then I have, want to say 11 of my own snakes. My fiance has 4 snakes. I think we're up to like around 30 snakes. I have 2 rescue bearded dragons, a cage full of Cuban tree frogs. I got a Nile monitor lizard, a leopard gecko, Vietnamese centipede, bunch of fish. My house is basically a zoo at this point. So
Yep.
not only do I care for people all day, but then I go home and I care for animals, and then I have a stepson I take care of, and soon to be a real, biological son to be taken care of here shortly. It's just a caring world, I guess.
You're going to be a hell of a dad, and you probably already are as a stepdad. So, I mean, that's freaking awesome because you care about other
Yeah.
people like that, man. I love it. How old is your leopard gecko?
Well, that would be my fiance's leopard gecko, so I'm not entirely sure on her age, but she's been living with us for 3 years now, and I'd probably say probably around 6, maybe 5 or 6.
So check this out, man. I love it. I love leopard geckos, and I have one. The one that I have, brutal Brando over there, it was his. And whenever he moved from Norman, which is a suburb of OKC, moved from Norman to Tucson at the time, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was like, "Hey, do you want the leopard gecko for your kids?" Brandon, how long did you have that leopard gecko?
Oh man, 4 years or so.
So Brandon had it about 4 years, and he got it
And
from
I got it from
Sam.
Sam.
He got it from Sam. Okay, so Brandon gave it to me.
That was in 2012 that I gave it to him.
2012.
He's still
That's an old
alive.
lizard.
And this guy's still alive, man.
It's that slow metabolism, man. Them reptiles, they don't got to sit there and burn up all their energy. They can live. It's crazy. Like snakes, they live like boa constrictors if taken care of properly, up 20 to 30 years. It's a lifelong commitment.
And that's what I didn't realize this. I had no idea. It was whenever later I was like, I can't believe this guy's still alive. Brandon was asking me, is he still alive? He's still alive. And then I was like, I wonder how long they live. And I was like, 20 years if taken care of in captivity, And so I realized real quick, I was like, this isn't like a quick decision, and also maybe you got to be careful taking them to shows and selling them anyway, right? There's no telling where they're going to end up. There's no
Yeah,
telling.
no, definitely. Well, there's a whole slew of like a different, realm where there are reptile expos where it's just a bunch of people coming with their reptiles they bred, and then they're selling them to whoever's walking in the door just because they got to make room to breed more reptiles to try and make money. I mean, for a little while, I was hoping to maybe do something like that to as a day job, be able to breed reptiles and then do slam on the side, because you don't make any money playing slam. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't make money breeding reptiles either. So anyone listening to this,
So I
don't
gotta
do
do both.
either of those things. I have completely tanked my life because of it. I'm not going to stop because I'm already too deep, but
Too far in.
too far in. I'm
I
10 toes standing on business at this point in time. All right.
freaking
Nice.
love it, man. Well, I love reptiles too. They're cool. I'm not into owning the snakes just because I don't want to deal with taking care of the snakes, but the leopard gecko is just super chill and easy, and glad I got him.
Oh yeah, man. That's I love to hear anyone who keeps reptiles, family to me. That's all I gotta say. Just
Nice.
Just made a new best friend. You guys out there, that's what the metal block's all about, okay? So go make a friend.
Yeah. And reptiles. Buy reptiles.
yeah, buy
Buy
reptiles,
some reptiles.
especially from me. I need to sell them.
We'll put the link down below, man.
There you go.
Just put my Facebook page. They can just start messaging me. You know how many times I actually would get a message, and then they'd be like, "Yeah, we want to get them today," and then that day would come up, and they'd never text you back. They don't actually want it.
Man,
They're
you talking about on Facebook Marketplace?
Well, you can't sell them on Marketplace, but I do. I'm a member of some like reptile groups, and locally, Michigan Rehomey or Michigan Exotic, different ones. I'll post them up and be like, "Hey, I got this litter. I'm trying to sell them," and I'll get a few people, quite a few, who hit me up, and be like, "Yeah, what are your prices? This one's really nice. I'd really like to get that one." And I'll tell them, I'll sit there and I'll go through the whole spiel, and then they're like, "Man, I kind of want one bigger." And I'm like, "Well, it'll get bigger. It's just a baby right now." They're like, "Yeah, but I need one that's bigger." I'm like, "Yeah, well, okay, then I'm sorry, I don't have that. I have babies. We got
It's like
full
the
grown."
opposite. It's like the
Yeah,
opposite of like dogs, where everybody's like, I don't want a grown dog, I want a puppy.
right.
Everybody wants a puppy.
Yep.
It's like opposite with snakes. They're like, I want a full
Yeah.
grown killer.
They just want the size. They want something that looks cool. They're like, "Check out my sweet giant 15-foot Burmese python, bro." And it's sure it's a giant snake. It's pretty fucking sick. Now there's no complaints there. Giant snakes are fucking sick. All right, I can't even fucking continue down that one. It is sick, actually. Get giant snakes, people. Even if it's irresponsible for you to do, buy a giant reptile. Okay,
Do
my
it. Do it
PSA.
now.
Do
Love
it.
it. So, all right, this leads me into a question. There's a movie, you may have seen it, that just came out recently. I would like to see it pretty badly, and that's Anaconda, the remake of
Oh, the
Anaconda.
remake.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yes, with
I've not seen it yet, but I'll tell you what, the one with J-Lo and
yeah.
Ice-T.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. I'm sorry. Ice Cube. My bad. All right,
You
guys.
gotta
I
know
gotta
your
go.
ices.
I gotta go. I'm sorry. No.
Now this new
Oh.
version looks like the remake of it with Jack Black, where they're trying to make the remake or something like that.
Yeah,
Paul Rudd and
right.
Jack.
Yeah.
This shit looks
I've
pretty
seen
funny.
a couple trailers for it. It looks really funny. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's funny. It's like the whole
ju-
like meta concept, like the movie within the movie, kind of like how Tropic Thunder did it. And I mean,
yeah.
there's a whole bunch of other shows that do. Actually, you want to get real old school, everybody, go back to Hamlet from William Shakespeare, because they have the play within the play. And that, in my opinion, is the first time I ever saw it or heard it or read it, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
There you
No,
have
I
it.
wouldn't know that.
No.
I'm
I
I'm
didn't
too
either.
dumb to read Shakespeare. He talks too fancy for me.
Yeah,
Can't.
same. I need subtitles.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, let's talk about you guys and Krocophile. And like one thing we like to ask folks too is your origin stories, like your metal origin stories. So let's kick it over to Chris for a minute and start there. And I want to say, uh, how did you get into metal music, and then how did you kind of get into playing it?
I was a rebellious little Catholic school kid, so I had to find any way to rebel against the system and System of a Down, and oh my god, I couldn't even tell you anybody that was edgy would get me into it. Got me into guitar and played punk music, and then met these guys. Jordan kind of helped me dive into the really heavy stuff. I was kind of like into grind, and then Jordan helped me with more of the death metal. I like Black Dahlia and all that, but I was more of a punk. I like punk. I like dancing. I don't like push moshing. I'm a hardcore anti push mosher. I grew up in the crowd killing days, so I think push moshing's cringe. So fight me, guys.
He's
Fight
too
me.
old to actually hardcore it,
Listen, that was 15
throw
years
down and
ago.
crowd kill in the pit, So he
My
talks a
opinions have
big
not changed.
game, but he's not going to be killing any crowds. He's going to be standing in the
I
crowd
like
with his
watching.
arms
Nowadays, I
crossed,
like watching.
judging us all as we push mosh
Yeah.
like real men, mind you, like real men.
I'll be headbanging.
I sit with my arms crossed and I judge. I can't believe it. 40-year-old men running into each other. Those knees, I tell you.
Sorry, it's better than like emo kids karate kicking. All right. I'll take my 40-year-old fat dudes running around sweating. At least they're getting exercise.
No skinny jeans.
No skinny jeans.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Now it's oversized T-shirts and backwards hats.
So Chris, how did you get introduced into like punk music and stuff like that? Like, was it an older brother, a cousin, or something?
Probably my cousin. Yeah, I had a cousin that kind of brought me around. He was quite older than me. Gave me some old CDRs of his of Norma Jean and Hawthorne Heights and all that, and started painting my nails, swooping my hair, and started playing bass and never really stopped. And we did take some breaks here and there, but now we're better than ever playing with these guys again. I love it. It's great to be back playing death metal. The punk was fun for a long time, but this is it's a different kind of sport. I use a different part of my brain, memorizing the 2s and 1s and 3s and pinches and squeals instead of whole notes for 2.5 minutes. But yeah.
Sure. And you mentioned you got into grindcore, or well, you said grind. I'm assuming, did you mean like grindcore?
Yeah, anything, all the grind that was heavy. I like gore grind and porno grind. That was I like the edgy stuff because I wanted to people call it showing off or peacocking or something, but I actually really enjoy it. I think the grosser it sounds, the more fun. Jordan has all my old gore grind shirts. I had a couple torso fuck shirts, which if you guys ever listen to them, they're great. It's gross.
That was great.
Great. I love it gross. So I like it all. It's hard for me. I'm one of those, I listen to everything. So just recently got into country, so that's where we're at now. We're doing a whole different kind of living life.
All right.
Don't knock it till you tried it.
Zoomy could talk to you about some country. I'm personally not a fan. Zoomy is big time.
Man, my dad always listened to country western music, and I remembered hating it. And then, I realized that there were a few of them that I was like, oh, I'm hanging on to this. And I'm a Willie Nelson fan, and people have heard me talk about it on the show time and time again. There's some of the songs that like the songs everybody hears on the radio, those are like the cheesy versions of Willie Nelson. But like if you actually listen to like Redheaded Stranger or something all the way through, like it tells a story, you know, and it's
Yeah, they're
actually kind of
amazing.
brutal. And the
Yep.
story is about a preacher whose wife he catches that she's cheating on him. And so they go and run off together, and he goes and finds them in a town nearby, and he kills them both. And the line is, they died while their smiles were still on their faces. And so, like, he killed them while they were still smiling at being in each other's presence. And then, you know, it's all about don't messing with him. And then he kills another lady down the road, and they're like, because she tries to keep him from running
Steals
away
horse.
and running off and being the highwayman that he is. And he says, so he just shoots her dead. And they said, well, they couldn't, the line is they couldn't arrest a man or hang a man who was defending someone trying to steal his horse.
Yeah.
And so he just was like, oh, that lady was grabbing at me trying to steal my horse, so I shot her. And, you know, it's just like, what the heck is this guy going to get away with? And so, anyway, that's freaking Willie Nelson, outlaw country music.
Yeah, it's the best. I think it's the best. I don't know if it's the simplicity of it. I think that's part of it. It's just a guy and his guitar, crying, singing. It's kind of great. Don't knock it till you try it. I was a hater for 30 years.
I think it's just emotion. Sometimes, whenever you hear something else that has an emotion and you just can connect to it, you know, you just realize that there's like another human part of you that, you know, oh, hey, I just made a connection with this feeling. And, you know, like country music sings about like every feeling. You almost just have to find the right song. But hey, you guys,
don't not try it.
90% of country, though, I would say, like, I've tried and I listen and I just can't get into it. There's a few that I like hang on to, and I'm like, you ain't taking
Modern
that
is
away
pretty
from
awful.
me.
Modern country is pretty awful. Anything with trap drum sets and electric kits, that's got to go. But all the traditional stuff's pretty great. But I'm glad I found a kindred spirit. Snakes and country music.
Two best friends. Two best friends so far. TJ, you and me, buddy.
Line them up. All right. TJ, we haven't really heard from you yet this evening. Tell us a little bit about your metal origin story. How'd you get into metal, and how'd you start playing it?
It was a bit of I guess a mix of skater culture and Guitar Hero. I was a bit of a new metal kind of kid when I was younger, and I just kind of grew into like, I want to say like Death Clock and then Black Dahlia Murder. Actually, Jordan introduced me to Black Dahlia Murder years ago, and then I went to, was it Death Grind, Aborted, still one of my favorite bands, and then Slam. Well, that's pretty much the whole path with that, I guess. So a little simple.
Well, you got to start somewhere. I started with new metal-ish kind of stuff too, like Godsmack, Disturbed, stuff you hear like on the radio, you know, and then like Korn and Marilyn Manson.
Yeah. I still listen to Korn.
Yeah. Then like for me, I met my buddy Trevor, who introduced me to like Nile and Morbid Angel. And then like I had a guitar teacher like introduced me to Pantera, and I was like, oh shit, what is all this stuff? And then it just started getting heavier and heavier and heavier. It was like, all right. I went through a grindcore phase myself, but
Pig Destroyer's a lot of fun too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Prowler in the Yard.
Prowler in the Yard.
Fucking epic. Terrifier is really good too. You know, Rotten Sound and like Gadget and Phobia, Magruder Grind, like
Nasum.
Yes, Nasum.
Nasum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Nasum, however you want to say it. I'm not even sure what the correct. It depends on where you're from. Well, how'd you get into playing?
Pretty much the same thing. Like I always had kind of like an interest in guitar actually, and then it just kind of built from there. Like Guitar Hero was a bit of like an introduction to like electronic drums, because I think it was the fifth entry, or what, Warriors of Rock or whatever it was, and they introduced like a really basic electronic drum kit, and it felt really natural. Like it felt more right than, I guess, a guitar, and it just kind of like, I guess, became an addiction after that. Since I was so into new metal, I actually started learning tabs from like a lot of Slipknot songs, like Joey Jordison, and it just kind of, I guess, built from there. And I got on Craigslist, finding musicians back when that was still a big thing, and
A risk taker.
yeah,
Well, you just put your life on the line.
yep, like 16,
Single,
17
looking
years
for a
old,
musician.
meeting random dudes that might kill me, might not. I don't know.
Kill you or worse.
Yeah. But
I was one of those random dudes at one point.
Like, you could have been snake food, man. You gotta be careful.
but hey, we're here now, so I guess it was all worth it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hell yeah. All right, so Jordan, lay it on us, man. What's your metal origin story? Getting into metal music, and then how'd you get into doing like vocals and playing metal, man?
So growing up, I had a pretty strict religious household that I grew up in. We didn't get to listen to really any modern music at the time, just because my parents thought it was kind of stupid, right? They were old school. So my daddy liked Jimi Hendrix and like Led Zeppelin and stuff, right? And they didn't listen to anything in like the 80s. They were like, screw all that stuff, right? So when I was growing up, I had like the Beatles and like classical music, and like that's all I really had. I didn't even know what music could be at that point. I listened to Weird Al Yankovic a lot. I was like, yeah, this is sweet. They're talking about just eat it, yeah. you know, uh, but it wasn't until this is kind of crazy. It wasn't until I think it was like around eighth grade. I was getting up to go to school, and American Idiot, the music video or whatever, was on VH1 in the morning. And I just turned the TV on. I didn't normally turn it on in the mornings before school, but I was like, yeah, whatever. And VH1 was on, and it had that. And my mind was blown. At that point, I was just like, wait a minute. Music can sound like this, right? And it's just Green Day. I mean, come on. No, but really though, it kind of took me for a loop. So then I started looking into different stuff, and I remember even buying a comic book when I was a kid. It was a Bart Simpson's Treehouse of Horror, and it had Alice Cooper and Gene Simmons and Rob Zombie all in it, right? And so then I'm like, who's this Alice Cooper character? This looks kind of interesting. So I got to get on my dad. And I'm like, hey, you know, and he had listened to Alice Cooper. He's an old rock, like rock and roll. And so he's like, well, I gotta kind of curate this CD for you. And mainly he told me, afterwards, like a while, it was because of the song Cold Ethel, because it was talking about fucking a dead lady. He's like, I can't let my son listen to this garbage. But now I write songs about fucking dead ladies. Look at that, Dad. Look at what you did now. If he ever listens to it, he's not
It
going to
was
listen to
Trauma
the
from our
inevitable.
podcast.
parents.
Yeah. It's inevitable.
No,
Just
he's
let it
great. He's a
happen,
great
Dad.
guy. Was that?
It's inevitable. You just gotta let it happen, Dad.
Exactly. You gotta let me fuck the corpse, Dad.
You
You
can't
just gotta
stop the
let me
universe,
do it
man.
at least once. And then when I realize how bad it stinks, I'll stop. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
No, but anyway, so after that, Alice Cooper and the Green Day. Well, then I just started getting heavier and heavier. I don't know, Pantera, and I'm like, oh, this is great. But this is the funniest part is I always tell my parents, well, at least I'm not listening to or trying to listen to like Cannibal Corpse, And then eventually it was, I'm sitting there in the backyard, practicing gutturals by saying entrails ripped from a virgin's cunt, on my back porch of the house, I played instruments throughout school. I did trumpet, and then my dad played guitar, so that kind of got me into guitar. So originally, I didn't even want to do vocals, Like speaking on that next question with what got me into like writing music, I actually originally started playing guitar in a punk band, believe it or not, because that was Green Day. I was like my first interest. I'm like, this is what I want to do. I want to do this. And that's what kind of got me started and going. And I played guitar all the way up through high school, and I was pretty decent. I wasn't horrible. But then I moved out and, was doing other stuff, and I ended up quitting, and I didn't play for years. But I still did like kind of vocals for fun in the car. I'd be driving and listen to like Black Dahlia Murder or something and just be singing along or something, right? And it wasn't until it probably been, I would have been my early 20s. I ended up moving to Bay City. This was right before I met these guys. And it's like 2013, I think was the year. And I was like, you know what? I'm not bad at vocals. Why don't I just try out to be the vocalist in the band? And that's when I met our like old guitar player from he actually played with us in Croc for a little while too. But I met him, and then through him we ended up meeting TJ, and then I met this other dude I used to work with who introduced me to Chris, and he also introduced me to his ex-wife, which was his girlfriend at the time, but he was an asshole. And now she's my fiance. Fuck you, Adam. All right, I had to throw it in there.
Man, that is a story. I love it. All right.
But yeah, anyway, vocals, did the melodic death metal was kind of what Dunwich was. So I did highs, not like super gutturals, but I started practicing when I started listening to Slam more. And then I really wanted to like showcase what I could do as a vocalist. That was like one of the things I liked about Slam is it really for like tech death, that's the guitar player. He's showing off what he can do. The bass players too, what I mean, drummers also. But it's always it felt like Slam was that genre of metal where it was like, this is gonna, what the vocalist is doing is key. It's a key point. You do the craziest shit you can as a Slam vocalist. You sound ridiculous at some points, but people like that. It's fun. It's fun. It sounds good, and you're doing weird ass fucking shit with your throat, and I don't know. That's kind of what I enjoyed with Slam. I guess it really let me kind of showcase a lot of the different techniques that I could do.
Hell yeah. What's your favorite vocal style to do?
It's hard. Thing is, I technically can I have a range. I have a range. I'm not just doing gutturals, right? I do the gutturals because it's Slam, it's heavy, it sounds sick, and that's kind of what I stick with. But 2013, I'd probably say my highs were better. I would be had like some pretty good high pitch screams that I don't do anymore because it's Slam. I'm not trying to do some tech death style vocal or melodic death metal style vocal in a Slam song. The tunnels, I think, are probably the funnest because they get people to like really go like, whoa, that sounds really cool. And that's always fun. But I don't know, pig squeals. Pig squeals. That's my favorite. I love doing a good pig squeal.
Hell yeah. Can't go
I
wrong with a
love
good
it.
pig squeal.
Yeah, I mean, it's like classic and it's totally Slam. And you know what? You're right. A recurring theme about Slam music always is fun. You know, it's always a good time. Everybody we talk to is always having a good time. People outside don't always get it. Um, but like sometimes it's not to get, and that's part of it, everybody. So it's a lot of fun though, with Slam music, and I couldn't agree more. Like, you're having a good time the whole time, whether you're up there playing, it sounds like, or you're usually, from my point of view, just sitting back and enjoying the tunes, man. I freaking love it. And to piggyback on what you guys are doing here, like, man, the sound is killer. Like, it is so freaking good and brutal. I love the concept. We talk all the time that the music's got to be, something that keeps people there, but usually the concept, the artwork, what the band is about kind of draws people in. And that is one of the things that I loved immediately. We did, I don't remember, Brandon, if we did it on a morning commute in whenever the EP came out, or if you were just like, hey, check this out. But Brandon's always finding new stuff and shooting it over. And I immediately thought, whenever I saw it, is I was like, this reminds me of the alligator from Ninja Turtles, in the sewers, the sewer king. And so I got a lot of fun and a chuckle out of that, which probably wasn't at all what you guys are going for. So it was just neat because we talk about
It
slam and
is
the
what we're
funness.
going for.
So I'm just saying that even if you're wrong, you're right.
No, we've always looked at slam as like a caricature of death metal as a genre, or like brutal death metal. You have these super over exaggerations of certain aspects of it, to a point where it's almost ridiculous. Like I was saying about like the vocals, right? You go into a death metal song and you can actually take and kind of tell what the guy's saying for the most part throughout the song, even if he's doing his, you know what I mean? You listen to a slam song and it's just toilet flushes, and you're like, yeah, dude,
Just
what
as
he's
extreme
saying,
as
bro.
possible.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's funny. He gets to say stupid shit, like I'm like, I can't express how much more fun I have with slam than I have with like doing something more serious. I've done more serious projects, but it's like, I don't have to take it seriously. I can go up on stage. And I mean, we take it seriously enough in the sense that we're playing the music the best we can. We're up there trying to do and give the best performance that we can. But in doing that, we're trying to goof around and have fun too, right? Like I'm talking about hentai and just, one of the songs is about a dude who kills himself so he can get resurrected in the hentai world, right? And when I introduced the song, I'm just like, who here likes fucking hentai? Me too. Just rip off into the fucking shit. It's just stupid, tongue in cheek. Like I was saying earlier, you want it to, kind of raise some eyebrows, but at the same time, like you watch like some crazy horror movies, right? And the best ones to kind of make you smile when you're watching a horror movie are those really shitty, cheesy B-rated ones. And that's what Slam is. It's like the cheesiest B-rated horror movie, right? But then you have different berries of that, right? You do have Slam that's like that B-rated horror movie that's just hard to watch continuously. You watch it one time, you're like, yeah, okay. But then you got ones like Poultrygeist, the Trauma movie, and it's just beautiful. I could watch that movie every year if I wanted to. It's a fucking fantastic movie. If the listeners haven't watched any Trauma films, do it. Toxic Avenger,
Nuke 'em high.
Romeo and Juliet, Nuke 'em High. That little, I kept joking with my fiance that our baby was gonna come out like the little mutant baby in Nuke 'em High. He's just gonna come out swimming and it's like, like,
That's freaking awesome. Did you notice in the remake that they did of the Toxic Avenger? Did you see that?
I haven't
yeah.
seen it yet.
I just bought this. They had this at Cinemark.
That's what that's from.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So
That's
like,
really cool.
yeah, I was like, dude, this thing's dope.
Yeah,
It wasn't
awesome.
Tromaville. It was Saint Roma. The town was Saint Roma. And I was like, Trauma. I was like, okay, so they still got the
Oh, there you
trauma
go.
in there.
They're still doing it. They're still doing
Yeah.
it.
So I mean, they had a few little things, that they definitely tried to Easter egg connect. I don't know if it's really an Easter egg whenever you're doing it about the same original movie, but it was subtle,
Yeah.
like subtle. Fun
So
stuff
that's on
though.
that movie's on my to-do list for sure.
It's not too bad. It's worth a watch, man. It's worth a watch. It got like totally mixed reviews, but I think anybody that like appreciates the campiness of Trauma, then I think it's a fun watch. So you
Oh
might not
yeah, I
say
know.
let's watch it again, but it has a lot of the same fun elements. But there's some stuff that you're like, they didn't really like play on this aspect, which the original films kind of had stuff like that in there, and so you could tell that there was like this desire to be great, but then you also still had, probably because of the budget and
Yeah.
everything, you probably still had a studio that was like holding their hand over what the final product looked like.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. If Lloyd Kaufman is an unhinged individual. Uh, if he had full reign, there'd be just ridiculous amounts, like unnecessary amounts of tits. Which I'm not complaining about unnecessary amounts of tits. Look at the Sewer King album. It unnecessary amount of lizard tits. All right, gator tits.
What did
I'm
I
just kidding.
say?
Just the
Myself.
cover, just the
I
cover.
said make the tits look nicer. I
It's
complained about
true.
that like 2 or 3
Chris
times. Like they
complained
don't
about the
look. They
tits
were
in
too
the first
pointy. They
rendition of it
weren't
that
delicious
Avi sent
enough.
us.
We needed delicious
They were
gator titties.
they looked too
We got
perfect.
them. We got
He
them.
needed them to
Yeah, they
look
were too
more
round. Yeah,
natural.
they were too
A little
round,
bit more
too
sag, a little bit more, just not like a
anatomical.
perfectly plastic titty. That was an
Man
actual
knows what he
complaint.
likes.
I mean,
Man
go
knows what he
ahead.
likes.
Sorry, I have an
I
opinion.
figured it was all for the best anyway. I think the album cover turned out fantastic for that one. It was
Amazing.
actually I'd seen some review someone had done on it, and they're saying a Manowar-esque cover, and I was tickled by that because that's literally when we were coming up with it. I was like, yeah, I want it to look like one of those Manowar covers where you got the big muscle guy and all the chicks around him, but they're Crocs.
Yeah, man, like Molly Hatchet or something.
Exactly. Oh,
Oh, there he goes.
appreciate
I see.
Boom, there we go. Just so everybody knows what we're talking about.
the titties,
Yeah,
the
there they
old
go.
yitties.
Where'd it go? There it is.
Oh yeah.
If you
Some
look in the
killer
back
artwork.
there,
It's
Yeah, that's awesome.
the
So
back
awesome.
back little edge, there's one of them getting it on a little freaky style,
Yeah.
little finger slapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bean flicking.
Bean flicking.
All right, there
Oh,
we go.
freaking killer
Anyway,
art though. So like everybody go check out the recent EP that they put out. I mean, don't just check that out. I always word it that way and then I have to back up, but like go look at it so you can see what we're talking about. But Sewer King, King of the Sewer, like that is the EP. I think it was 2025 whenever it came out. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it was
Last
Right,
year.
2025.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last summer.
Yeah, I knew it was like recent, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I don't want to go back too far. But yeah, so it's super killer, and you'll get to check out the artwork that we're talking about, which like I said, the music, yes. Yeah, the music always kind of has to hold it, together, but the concept, the artwork, the logo, the name, like all of that stuff is like packages together really, really nice for you guys. And we freaking love it. We're excited that you're going to be down at Gulf Coast. We're excited to check out that fest and all the awesome bands. And this is super special for us to have you guys here tonight to get to just brag about the music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, thanks for having us on here. I do gotta add that there is a chance that I'm not gonna be at Gulf Coast. Me personally, I have my son's gonna be born here like within the next 3 weeks, anywhere from now until March 10th. We're waiting, and if he comes out March 10th, I'm not gonna be able to make it down. I gotta be with my family. But if he comes out before,
March
then
9th? Totally.
yeah, no, maybe like sometime in February. If he comes out in February, I should be able to swing Gulf Coast still. But we will have a fill-in for me. Cody Hancock from he's doing
Bludgeons.
Bludgeon. He's in a couple other projects. He's bass player for Horrific Visions. He offered to fill in for me, and I'm honored to let him take that helm and let him do what he does best, which is make sweet metal music too. So
Yep.
Well,
Those guys are
that's
awesome.
cool. All right.
And congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to you on that. And also, like that's commendable. I think we can accept that as an excuse to not come, right? Maybe.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
if I did use
It's
it
the
as an
only
excuse,
one.
I just left. My fiance would kill me. So
Hey, in metal, we got to have a place to come home to, because you can't afford to hit the hotel rooms every night.
no, I can't even afford to do it when we're playing shows out of state.
Yeah,
Sleeping in
so
the
true.
van.
Down by the river.
Down by the river.
That's all right. Well, guys, we love to talk a little bit about gear. Any of you guys gearheads? Do you open to telling us what you play on?
I play my Music Man, my 5-string Music Man. I love it. It's my favorite guitar I've ever played. I have a fretless also that I want to throw into the music, but pickups are kind of poopy, so I'm gonna put new ones in, and eventually, maybe on the new album, we'll have a fretless bass, squiggling around, trying to do the things I actually want to do. Maybe we'll see. I'm a little over ambitious sometimes, but I play through a dark glass head with a bunch of pedals. I like reverb. I like fuzz. So I like to be thick. I like to be loud. I don't like to wear earplugs, so I want to be able to blow them out, I guess. I don't know. I like to be loud. For a bass player, I want to be as loud as possible. So
I think that's a cool thing now. Is the bass player used to always kind of just be like back here in the background, and you'd
not
almost
me,
have
baby.
you'd almost have to struggle to listen for the bassist in a lot of some of the earlier music, whether it's heavy music or just any genre music, almost, unless you're talking like funk.
Nope.
But
Growing up, I listened to nothing but 3 pieces. So Rush, Green Day. I mean, I name a 3-piece, Motorhead, all of them. Every little thing. I like playing bass guitar. I don't like playing bass. I like playing bass guitar. I'm the second guitar player, but a whole octave lower. That's my job. I keep the rhythm. Me and TJ work together. We're the low end. I keep it held. We hold it together.
The
It's the
meat
most
and
fun
potatoes.
spot in the band. It's the most fun. I gotta say, I think I'm the most important member.
well, we do have
Just
a saying
saying, no.
here
We,
on the
we
metal
do have a
block.
saying here at the Metal Block. That's lay it on them,
Yeah.
Zoomy.
It's hug your bassist,
It's true.
because we see
We're
so many
unappreciated.
bands, that either don't have the bassist, or that they're having to hunt down somebody to just fill a spot, and they're not like anyway. The bass seems to be what used to be a plug spot, and whenever you hear kind of how music's going now with slam, especially, man, the bass is not, and this is where I was kind of going, is the bass is not like this behind the scenes kind of deal, man. The bass is out there, the bass is clanging away and making a presence and adding to it. That's something that I'm always like, oh, you can hear the bass in that breakdown, just like
Yep.
clang, 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 and it just like is so freaking awesome whenever you hear that. And then also, just as it's noodling around throughout the song too, is a lot of fun. I was always a wannabe guitar player, but all I could ever do at best was write little bass riffs here and there. And so then I finally just got a bass and embraced it. And so
there you
that's
go.
where I'm with you on that, brother. And so much love to the
the
bassists.
best.
We need more bassists out there.
We
Just
need more of
killing it.
them. We exist.
We do. We're here.
The bass is important. We struggled with some poor bass players before, and it really does affect the overall sound, like completely.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
not the same.
No.
it's not. It doesn't carry nearly as much weight if the bass isn't on time with like the guitar and with the drums. It punctuates and fills. It really does add a lot where, everyone thinks it's the guitar that's really like singing through, which it does. It's got that mid range, so obviously it's going to cut through more to your ears, but it doesn't have the weight, and in death metal and slam, that's what you want. You want the heavy, right? I mean, boom, right there. And if it's just guitar, yeah, guitar can be heavy. But if you don't have the bass and you don't have the bass drum and all that going behind it, it's flat. It's flat. It's not
Yep.
gonna give you the same
Yep.
like that same boner energy,
And using those plugins where you just down tune the lead and just to make the bass that a lot of bands do nowadays, that's dog shit, man. Play an actual bass, play those thick ass strings, have fun. See, even when I'm on stage, I don't want to be in the back. I'm sick of being in the back. I sit up front with Jordan. Last show we played, I took a little hiatus from the band last year. And the last show we played, one of the last shows we played at least, was a frat house in East Lansing, and I'm in front. I'm yelling. I'm telling you guys to dance. I'm telling you guys to move. I want to be noticed. My bass stands out. I stand out. Come see us. Come see me. Pop my strings. I'll probably break one or two on stage, hopefully.
Oh yeah.
And then I have
now
to
it's
stumble
talking.
through.
Yeah,
I have to stumble through
I'm
a
really
type
rough.
5 while I wait for them to fix their
Yeah.
strings.
Yeah, any guitar companies want to endorse us with super cheap guitars, that would be great. Really cheap. I want to be able to
Or
break them.
strings.
Anything. I mean, I want cheap, so I want to be able to beat stuff up. I got a nice guitar. I want to be able to beat it up finally.
We'll take any endorsements. We're desperate.
Yes,
There you go.
we're very desperate. We're actually trying to get a soy sauce deal. That's our true goal. I've been trying to get
Oh,
that for
hey.
Yeah,
many years.
there you go.
We get it, man. We were trying to get as a sponsor for Clearly Canadian Sparkling Water. We even did
Yeah.
commercials and all sorts of stuff on the show. We tried to give them the endorsement and share it with them, show them how much we loved Clearly Canadian Sparkling Water. And then you know what they did? Nothing. They did
Nothing.
absolutely nothing. So well, you know
Well,
what we
appreciate
did?
you guys.
We dropped them. We dropped them.
Yeah, fuck you, Clearly Canadian sparkling ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Canadian.
Yeah, we're thinking about picking up snapper lawnmowers as a replacement.
Oh, there you go.
It's more of like for the man's man. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah. The lawnmower. More like the man mower.
It's a man mower.
Yeah.
We're gonna find a good brand of 2-cycle engine oil, and that's gonna be our sponsor.
There you go. We're going to be sponsored by Al Qaeda next, all right, guys? We're
Oh,
gonna-
no.
There you
Oh, my God. We're desperate, guys. We're not
Desperate.
playing. We're desperate. We'll go anywhere.
Yeah, yep. I guess so. You're getting there, huh?
We're getting there.
Oh. So gear.
Oh man, all right. TJ, what tell us about your gear, man. What are your drum kit, your guitar babies, like what you got?
I use Peisty cymbals, Tama hardware, Mapex drums. I would like to get a Tama kit. I really like the sound of Tamas, but and my pedals are Chartsy Capitos. I was using Tama Speed Cobras, but after going to direct drives, I don't think I'll ever go back. And I've tried what are they called? Trick pedals. Trick pedals are pretty nice. The pedal board is too small though. I don't have tiny feet, so but guitar wise, I guess I've tried a lot of different guitars. I'm more of a Schecter kind of guy. Price point is really nice, and it's a guitar. It sounds fine. I actually have a Kiesel, and I prefer to play my Schecter more than the Kiesel.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Kiesel guitars are sweet. I don't think I've ever the quality control on it is really nice. They sound, huh? Yep.
You had a solar too.
I think he asked you had a Solar.
Oh
Solar?
yeah. Solar's all right. Those aren't bad guitars. I'd like to give them another try though. I got like probably the bare minimum when it comes to Solar guitars, but the one I have, I mean, it plays really nice. The tuning doesn't like to stay very well, but you know, I just blow that off as being the cheapest Solar guitar I could get.
Gotcha.
But
That's awesome.
So which Schecter like model is it that you have or that you like? And is it 6, 7 string,
Seven.
8 string, or
7 string.
9 string going up to the 12s? What you
it's
got?
actually right here. Oh, you can see it. It's a
Okay.
silver
Oh,
silver
yeah.
mountain. It's a. I mean, most of their guitars are like Diamond series. I think is what they're considered. But yeah, I use a 7-string silver mountain. I did have the 8-string variant of it, but that extra string is too low.
Gotcha. What do you guys tune to? What are your like what's your main tuning
Dr-
for most of the songs?
Drop A.
Drop A.
Drop A? Okay.
I've been begging for F,
Whoa.
but nobody wants it.
And,
F?
and
Yeah.
Ha! Yeah, man. It's time to put bass strings on that guitar.
Yeah, but let's go drop H.
Drop H.
yes.
Now we're talking.
Like that Psycho
He's
Stick
talking
song,
about
real
heroin.
heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, heroin,
I just got it.
yeah.
Drop H.
Yeah. A's nice. I think G would probably sound a little too muddy, but A's pretty cool.
Didn't we have some?
It's
we
the easiest
try
tuning.
out someone that wanted to play in drop G at some point.
I think so.
No, my buddy Joe, from Australia.
Yeah.
He was gonna help us out at one point, and he plays in drop G. It's crazy. It just sounds like a bass guitar at that point. Sounds good. We're actually gonna have a little project we're working on. Well, I'm working on with him, I should say. It's his project. He just wants me doing vocals for this next release he's doing. We got the single done. It's already gonna put through Brutal Mind. Prophetic Execution. All right, shamelessly gonna promote my other project. Prophetic Execution, people, be on the lookout. It's gonna be okay. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I'll stop.
So you said he's from Australia?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's the drop G, like their toilets, right? They go the other way when you
Dude,
flush.
I was giving him shit about that the other day. I was like, you guys just need to stop being a country. You're doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
Your
So, I
toilets
mean,
are
I'm just wondering,
backwards.
are there tunings backwards? Is that actually like a standard E? Like like a drop G, like is GE, but like is it just backwards?
Lowercase G.
It's gotta be. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. They got giant rats that can punch you in the face. Australia's crazy. They're just crazy there.
Yeah.
The video after that guy jacks that kangaroo, and the kangaroo goes, oh, and like
Just
lifts
pissed,
his hands
dude.
up.
Dude, he's fuck. I would not fuck with a kangaroo, dude. I wouldn't.
I would if he was trying to kill my dog.
Yeah, dude.
Well, yeah, okay. He was trying to kill your dog. But if
I go in with the Superman punch, man.
and then he Superman kicks you.
Yeah, it could go either way. That's all I'm saying.
They're crazy.
I don't think it could. I don't think it would go either way. I think it'd be pretty one-sided. I think that kangaroo would kick your ass.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe that should be one of the 5 questions.
Maybe.
Oh, well,
Oh shit.
where we at?
Well, guys, what do you all, other than Gulf Coast Death Fest coming up, what else do you guys have going on, like, that you're allowed to talk about in the upcoming months or later this year? Like, what can we expect to see from Krocophile?
I beat you to it. We're going to Japan right after Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
Oh, konnichiwa, man.
Like,
That's
like
freaking
from
awesome.
Gulf Coast, like immediately?
Oh, like
The
a
next
week,
week.
like a week after.
Okay.
It's
It's
like-
the 14th is.
It's like 3 or 4
December.
days after.
Yeah.
Well, we're not playing 3 or 4 days after.
Oh,
We're-
yeah, I guess,
we're
yeah.
leaving. And we're playing. So the 14th is when we play Gulf Coast, and then the 20th and 21st we're playing Japan.
Wow, that's cool. Awesome. Is this y'all's first time going to Japan to play?
Oh yeah. It's gonna
For first time
be a
being out
while
of
before we
country,
do it again.
just in
Too
general.
much money. Holy crap. Yeah, it is. It is our first time actually doing anything this big,
Yep.
for sure. This internationally.
That's awesome. So, is there a band, or like, who are you guys going with, or is this a solo thing? Like, are you guys going on your own and doing this, or are you going to be touring with somebody over there, or just playing a couple shows?
So Cranium asked us to play 2 of their shows with them.
Nice.
So I'm pretty tight with Matt's, so luckily he thought of us when he was trying to find somebody, and so we're doing the Osaka and the Tokyo shows on their Asian Australian tour they're doing.
Awesome. Well, that should be a
Wow.
blast.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. In Japan, so it should be pretty good turnout, I would assume.
I'm hoping. I mean,
Mhm.
just regardless of being in Japan, it's gonna be pretty tight. I mean,
Yeah,
it'll be
for
pretty
sure.
cool.
Can't say I've ever been there. Have any of you ever been there just like to be there? Ever know it? No?
Hell no.
All right.
Hell no.
No, I'm too poor. I have all those
Hell
animals.
no.
Don't you remember?
No,
I
that's true.
can't afford to go.
Do
I
any of
can't
them
afford a
swim?
shit.
Did you
Yeah.
ride one of your giant snakes to Japan? And
They're not flying snakes, okay?
what do they swim? I don't know.
Not that well.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, very cool. That sounds exciting. So
Yeah.
you'll be there for a couple days. Do you have anything else lined up?
Well, not out there. We're just gonna kind of see stuff, I guess. But like with the band, like after that, I'm not sure what exactly we can announce because technically we haven't been announced for said show yet. We're
Okay.
on it, but they just haven't done that line that group of announcements. They've already announced like I think like 5 other bands for it. We have another fest in Wisconsin. Again, I don't know if we're supposed to say anything about it.
Fair enough.
Somewhere out there.
I don't. They never said that we can't. So you know what? I'm just gonna say it here, okay, guys. Slam Dakota and Thy
Nice.
Murder Fest are the 2 fests that we got coming up. One's in July, the other's in August. We got asked to go play in Chicago in June, but the guys never really got back to me with anything like solid information on what that show's going to be like. So, as of now confirmed, those are what we have working with right now.
Awesome. Well, that sounds
Yeah.
like a pretty fun year. Japan and then some pretty badass festivals. So
Right.
yeah, hell yeah. Good for you guys. I'm glad to hear
Yep.
it. You deserve it
Thank you.
We
for
do.
I
sure.
appreciate that.
Yeah, you guys putting out some sick tunes. Fucking that EP you guys put out last year, Sewer King of the Sewer is badass. So tear it up. I can't wait for you to burst my eardrums at Gulf Coast Death Fest in just a couple weeks. I'm really excited about that. Do you guys have any new music in the works? Anything brewing?
That'd be that's a TJ question right there. He's been working on stuff though.
Yeah, I've been working on some stuff. It hit a bit of the old writer's block for a minute there, but yeah, some new stuff. Not much.
Cool.
Maybe like a couple tracks, but
Yeah.
It's still early. Still
sometimes
early in the game.
sometimes you need a break.
Yeah.
We toss a lot of things
absolutely. I get
around.
that. So how long did it take, like when you guys were doing Sewer King, how long did it take for all that to kind of come together? Like to get all the songs like ready and record?
Sewer King was pretty fast actually. At least the writing process. I think every song except for Crud was done in a week. And then the recording after that maybe took like a couple months. Slamzilla, that EP, I think it took so long just because we were kind of trying to like figure out what we were doing and everything. I mean, that took probably like 6 months to a year for that one. And it just kind of depends.
It was a member slog through that.
Yeah, there was
giant
a lot of
people.
that.
And like we would sit
lot of
there
things
and try and
happened.
teach them the tracks so that they could record their tracks for the EP. And they just weren't doing it, weren't able to perform, whatever it may be. And eventually TJ and I fired everybody. Chris wasn't back in at this point. This is before he came back. And we just fired everybody. We said, nah, like fuck you guys, we're done. And then TJ and I just released it. Right. And then it turned out awesome just with us. And I think that's what actually helped with Sewer King coming out faster, is we had like cut our teeth on Slamzilla and it gave us a good idea on what to do and what, like, where to go and how to go about it to make it what we wanted it to be. And that made it easier. I think Sewer King was more streamlined, where Slamzilla was more just like free form. Slamzilla was, I know TJ had a lot of different ideas going in. That's why a lot of the songs sound a lot different for that EP. But like Sewer King, it has a much more, you know, a dedicated sound and feeling and vibe, you know, and he wrote these songs to be on Sewer King, right? Like each of those songs is a Sewer King track. You can like hear that vibe and feel in all of those tracks that he wrote, where like Slamzilla, it kind of bounces around. You know, you got like Hentai Stash, which is completely different from Order of the Serpent, which is completely different from like the title track Slamzilla.
The first EP was a lot about just having fun. Second EP was like kind of building off what we had and just kind of, I guess, a more darker kind of sound to it.
Yeah, and kind of like refining the concept, you
Yeah.
know. It kind of sounds like too, you know, it's like your vision is in the beginning, you know, you have no idea, well, at least I'm thinking generally speaking, most people don't have an idea of really where things are going to go. You know, you think you know maybe like where you kind of want it to go, but then whenever people get together, they start, you know, collaborating different stuff. It can take all these weird different turns, and so, you know, you get to watch it grow, you get to watch it change. And then once you kind of have your identity, right? You're like, all right, now it's time to just like rock and roll. And so I think, you know, a lot of bands go through that. And I talk time and time again about how it's cool to find a band and go back and listen to all their other stuff. But it's also really cool to catch a band in the beginning and like kind of follow them as they progress and change and, you know, become, you know, throughout their little life cycle or throughout their large life cycle, you know, hopefully. And so just one of the things that I noticed that there's, you know, a couple of different perspectives there, but you really get to, you know, see some cool stuff in the beginning that you don't normally get to see as bands start to take off. The good thing about death metal is, you know, we're all playing, you know, on a stage where you can reach out and high five each other, you know, mostly. And so that like intimate experience is always kind of there, you know, in that scene, which is super awesome. Because you can go up to the band, you can say what's up afterwards, you can hang out with them at the merch table, buying merch usually from them, you know, after you saw them play. You know, it's super freaking cool. My son, I started taking him to some death metal shows, and he's 12, and he started really, really liking the scene. You know, and that was just something that kind of grabbed him from the beginning, even more than the music for him. So super cool, you know. Love the concept that you guys have created. Concepts have become something I've loved in death metal and especially slam, you know, which, you know, if you'd asked me years ago, I would have thought I didn't like them, but now I love them. So I think we should take a second instead of just keep talking about it, because I mean, it's great to talk about it, but let's give everybody a sample. Let's play the title track off of Sewer King and prepare for that slam to be dunked. Brutal. Man, freaking awesome. We love it. You know, I always get like smiling whenever I'm checking
Hell
out, you
yeah.
know, like super brutal, super heavy stuff. And you know, it's just funny, even when I'm by myself. You know, I listen to something on the radio, or like it's not the radio, but I'm listening to it through the radio speakers, and I'm like smiling, and I'm like, what the hell am I listening to? You know, and we didn't play it, but you talked about crud, and as soon as I saw crud, I was like, no freaking way. No way. This is just, and you guys actually made the R reptilian-oid, which is super freaking awesome. You kept the oid from humanoid and
Oh
chud.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. No,
uh,
I'm a big Chud fan, so I had to, man.
so Brandon and I were
it had
talking,
to be done.
and Brandon was like, I don't think I saw Chud. And I was like, dude, Marv from Home Alone? Are you kidding? He's like super young in it, but and I couldn't remember his name, and I was like, oh yeah, Daniel Stern. So super cool.
Such a
Super
good
cool.
movie. Such
Yeah,
a-
man.
Awesome, brutal song. I'm definitely, man, I can't wait to see you guys live. I know I've said that a few times, but I have not seen y'all live before, so I'm very excited to catch you guys.
Oh yeah, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. But, you know, we always try to like do our best at every show, even if it's like, you know, nobody there or everybody there. We're trying to give the same performance every time because, you know, whoever is there, they deserve to have that kind of an experience too. So, you know, if I'm there, I'm gonna rock your socks off, Brando.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
man.
wear 2 pairs of socks so you can knock them off twice.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Yeah.
I'm
Pull 'em
gonna
up
tickle
to
your
your
feet
knees.
afterwards too.
Is that a promise or a threat?
You pick.
Promise
Oh,
it
man.
is.
Yeah, promise it is, buddy. He'll hold you to it. I've known Brandon for a lot of years. He'll hold you to it.
I'm warming my fingers up now.
Ooh.
Not even a feather, going with the fingers. I love
Oh.
it. Personal touch.
So I can smell them after. Cheese, my favorite.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yuck.
From under.
Yuck.
That's awesome. Oh shit.
Oh. So what? We
Well-
want to do some questions?
Let's do it, man.
All right, guys. So we do 5 questions. We usually just ask a question. Everybody goes through it, and they're like not even music related. Usually just to get to know you personally a little bit better. Idea being is not everybody is super talkative out there on the show. Like whenever they go see a show and they see the bands, and you know, it's just like to remind everybody that you're just some cool dudes up there having fun. If they haven't gathered it yet. And what they hopefully will do is they'll see you at the merch table, or they'll see you at a show, or they'll just see you out, you know, hanging out somewhere, and they'll recognize you, hopefully from the show. But, you know, either way that they recognize you, and then they go up and they're like, man, that was freaking awesome. I love your show. And then they also realize they like the same movie as you, or something dumb like that. And so it just, you know, it's like, it brings us all to the same level, and then and that's what music's all about, just hanging out, chilling, enjoying each other's company, supporting each other. We got to support each other in metal. There's no other way around it. So some fun questions, man. Who wants to go first?
Whoever you pick.
Yeah, you
point.
guys
You
pick.
point and go.
All right, TJ, start us off, buddy, with what is your favorite snack?
Well, I guess I'd have to go with like little beef stick bites. At least that's what I've been eating as of the last year and a half. Jordan knows that I have them on tap.
So like
Oh
snap
yeah, he's
into a
always
Slim
got a
Jim?
bag.
What is that?
Like the smaller version of the
Yeah,
Slim Jim, you know,
they're-
like the little nubbins.
Oh,
They're just like
okay.
regular beef sticks, just cut up into pieces.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you're
Is there-
talking about. Those
Is
are
there,
pretty
is there a brand in particular that you like a lot?
Oh, I don't even know the name of the brand I buy,
flavor?
honestly.
But what about the flavor? Is it like peppered? Is it, you know, original teriyaki? What you go for?
Just original.
All right. Okay, I like it. I've been
like it
eating a lot
too.
of beef jerky and like beef sticks and stuff here lately too.
So, my parents got us a dehydrator for Christmas, and it
Oh,
it
that's
wasn't
awesome.
like the old school dehydrators that I remember that was circular and it had all these different trays that you stacked up. No, this sucker's like a unit that has a door that opens almost like a smoker or something, and it has all these trays in there. And so she's done beef jerky and fruit, and I tell you, it's like changing my life. I'm like, keep it coming, keep it. Like, none of it has went bad, obviously, because it's dehydrated, but we eat it so fast, it's great.
Chris.
Dehydrates own penis to keep it fresh.
That
All right.
works.
Chris, what's your favorite snack?
Oh, well, I'm not much of a snacker. I definitely second the beef jerky thing because who doesn't like just eating just a chunk of meat? That's what I miss. Where I'm from, I'm in Bay City. If you're from, little Michigan little thing, I'm in like a little thumb crack. They're in the middle of the state. I'm an hour and a half away north, so every time we got a jam, I gotta drive. But we used to have a meat market down here that was like chunks of meat, like the size of your fist of the jerky, and I miss that. But I'm
Damn.
not much of a snacker, but I will say this: no-bake cookies are the best cookie, and that is my answer.
I could do some no bakes, man.
No bakes are the best,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right.
Yeah. There'll be no cookies left over.
Yeah, dude. No. And during Christmas, my sister made them. My sister found an old recipe my mom used to make years ago. She made them again. Ate the whole box within the same night. It was like probably 30 cookies. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't, somebody's gonna get one. So
Yeah.
like,
Well,
now or never.
count.
buddy.
I live alone. I live alone with just a dog, so it was just.
I don't
me.
know. Cookies will still disappear, man.
No.
All right.
Hell yeah!
Jordan.
All right, Jordan, what's your favorite snack, man?
Man, it's hard. It's because I eat a lot of food. 'Cause I'm fat. I like snacks. Um, what I like probably the best is like the Lunchable style where you got like the Ritz cracker, piece of like deli meat, and like American cheese. Like fire. Hormel's got like a party tray. I'll eat the whole thing.
That's cool.
It's so good.
Have you
Those
seen
are
the
good.
grown-up Lunchables? Like, they're just
Yeah,
not
I've seen it,
Lunchable
yeah.
brand. They're made to be like fancy, like salami, cured hard salami with
I
it.
don't want the cured hard salami. I want
Okay.
ham and American cheese. I don't need
Yeah.
this fanciness. Just give me more. I just want bigger portions.
Just a couple years ago, I was taking Lunchables to work every day for my lunch. Like, I was like, hell yeah, fucking Lunchable. This is the shit.
They're buff. Why not?
Hell yeah,
I'm
they're
with you.
great. I'm all about it.
I'm with you.
Nice.
I'll eat them. I'll see them in there, and I'll be like, yeah, you're gone, buddy.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
We'll get some for the kid, and then they just start disappearing because I'm eating them. He gets it too good already. All right.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, like, these kids today with all the choices. When I was
I
young,
call it dad tax. I just eat their food.
Yeah.
Like I prepare their food for them, and I'm like, dad tax. I just take a couple bites. Here you go.
I've tried that one. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Love it.
I do it with like like French fries or chicken nuggets, or if he's like, hey, will you make me some chicken nuggets? I'm like, yeah, sure. And then I've eaten like 3 or 4 of them, and I'm like, here you go. We can pop
Dad
some
tax.
more
You don't
in.
feel
if
bad
you-
about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, we can pop some more in if this isn't enough.
It'll be all right. He'll finish it quicker and get to dessert. He'll be happier in the long run.
There
That's
you
a
go.
good
right?
point. That's a good point.
Mhm.
He's looking at that ice cream before it's over with anyway. So,
Oh yeah, no, I know.
all right. Question
All right.
2, Brando.
All right, you guys ready? We'll go back over to TJ to get this started. All right. Would you rather have a full-time chef or a full-time maid?
Full-time maid. When it comes to everything besides, I guess, music-related stuff, I get really lazy.
You might be able to get the maid to like cook you stuff too. So like
Yeah.
it could be like a,
True.
Hold
Maybe
on.
not.
That
Double
wasn't a
whammy.
part of the deal. That wasn't a part of the deal.
As long as she cooks it right.
There you go.
He's like,
All right. Chris, full-time chef, full-time maid.
Chef. Currently in a process of losing weight, so it'd be nice to have somebody cooking my meals, so I'm not adding extra things and having too many potatoes or having too many I don't know. Be good to have somebody telling me what to eat instead of me choosing for myself, because that hasn't gone well.
Feel your pain, buddy. I had to join the Weight Watchers. That's helping.
Oh, yeah.
I like the app. Having the app is helpful.
Yeah, it helps. Yeah, I just stopped eating. Ate one meal a day now. It's kind of it. I mean, a little more than that, but going to the gym's good. Everybody go. It's good for you.
Yeah. Just make sure you use the right wrist protection. You don't want to fuck up
Stretch.
those wrists.
Stretch and breathe. Yeah.
Exactly, Jordan. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm allergic.
Talk about going to the
Yeah.
gym.
torqued my wrist last week.
That's
So
the
I
real
threw my back
reason you
out.
might not be able to come to the Gulf Coast. Huh?
That's it. That's it. I was
Yeah,
making of the
yeah.
baby. It's because of a jerking off accident.
Tax. Everything's in tax. Oh, that's freaking awesome, man.
Oh shit! All right, I'm down with the chef. I'm down with both. I would be happy with either one, a full-time maid or a full-time chef. But Jordan, what you got? Full-time chef, full-time maid.
Full-time maid for sure. I cook perfectly fine. I make great food, okay? Fuck a chef, he can't beat me. But a maid, I suck at cleaning. Horrible. My fiance bitches at me. I shouldn't say bitches at me. She gets upset because I don't help out enough with cleaning, and I think I am. I'm like, man, I feel like I did pretty good today. No, I didn't do that good that day. Made for sure. I can cook all the time. Cook all day. Boom. I'm good. I'm good with that. Weight Watchers, I'm in it too. I just look down and watch my weight not go anywhere.
That's a way to watch it. Hey, if it
Love
doesn't
it.
go anywhere, what's the problem, right? You know?
Right.
Keep and watch.
I've lost it. Now I have to find it again.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, you know what I found is it will find you. You don't have to look for it. It will find you.
If you love it, it'll come back. If
That's
it truly
right.
loves you, you set it free.
He did. If you love it, it'll come back. Oh my gosh, man, this is great, dude! I freaking love it. Are we on question 3?
Yeah, we're question 3.
All right, TJ, name a place on planet Earth that you would like to visit in person.
I want to say Japan, but that's supposed to be happening.
Yeah, it's happening. You can still say it.
I think it's still an acceptable
totally
answer because if you would have actually said, okay, this is a place I've been before, but I want to go back, I would have taken that answer.
I
too.
would say the pyramids would be pretty dope.
Going with one of the wonders.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
He's going to dig down and see how far they really go.
Pretty
to the
far.
hollow earth.
These
600 meters
columns-
under the ground, right? Yeah, like 600 meters. Don't get me started. Don't get me started, guys.
I love it because we got
Don't
like
get me
flat
started.
earth, we got hollow earth.
Don't even
and
get me started.
Dude, I saw this reel one time, and it's this guy. He's got this computer open, and it's like a like PowerPoint thing of how the Earth is flat. And the lady that he's talking to is like, "Why are you trying to bring that up right now? What the hell do I care if the Earth is flat or not? I still got these bitch ass bills to pay for."
That's fair. That's the realest thing I've ever heard.
And
All
I just
day.
laugh because he looks like his face is like genuinely like, "Oh, I've let you down. I was really trying to show you something, and she ain't having it, man." Oh, that's great
perfect.
stuff. Hey, pyramids, dude, I think that's freaking awesome. My aunt too, I always thought it was interesting. She was married to a guy, and he would do all this traveling around, and I don't even know what he did. I was so young, but I remembered he would go to like Egypt and he'd bring me back currency and stuff, and it would have pyramids on it. And I always thought it was cool. I don't think he ended up being such a nice guy. They're not together anymore, but he brought me back like foreign money, and that pyramid one stood out to me, and I'll never forget it. You know, it's just weird, the things you remember and the things you don't. That's a Forrest Gump line.
Should have asked for a cursed object or something, like King Tut's nutsack or something. I don't know. That'd been crazy though.
Probably
Use it
pretty
as a
cursed.
coin purse. Put your coins that you got from him in the coin purse, which is I don't have
It's
to keep that.
his gold,
You know,
the gold
solid.
from.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
it became a new use. Like it wasn't originally for that, but we just repurposed it. You know, reuse, repurpose, recycle.
recycle. Okay,
That's right.
give it new
Oh.
life. That's really it.
Thousands of years later, still using it.
Chris, where's a place, man, that you would like to visit?
I'd like to go to Little St. James. No, I'm kidding. That's Epstein Island, by the way. In case people
I
don't
was like,
realize
I
what that
didn't know it
was.
was
Nobody laughed, so I figured people don't keep up with the news. Yeah, Little St. James. No, Greece. I want to go to Greece real bad. I think
yeah.
Greece. I really love the old stuff. You know, pyramids are cool. I mean, that's a close second. I mean, anywhere that's got some history on it. You know, I love the travel. Be my first time going to Texas. Even seeing you guys, I love travel. It's half the reason I'm in bands, so I can see the world. That's what I want. I don't get to go to Japan, but they get to go without me. But hopefully we get to go next year. Yeah, I was a late addition. We had another guy going, and we couldn't change the ticket in my name, so I can't go. I don't have
Dang.
$2,000 for a plane ticket.
They give you
But,
24
yeah.
hours to cancel a plane ticket.
I know, man. It's such a freaking
crazy.
jib. I know that they got to like buy all that fuel and do that stuff, but man, you'd think there'd be a different way, I guess is all I'm saying. Like somebody smarter than me would have figured this out already and been like, hey, there's a way around all that to still make,
No.
you know, like when everybody has like,
figure it out, man.
well, you know how like when everybody has cash and you don't have exact change, it's like, there's a way we can make exact change between all of us. Okay, I'm going to get this from you and I'm going to get that. Okay, now you
Yeah.
give that over to him. And, you know, and it's like,
Yeah.
all right, we're good, right? You got what you got. Okay, now we're back to square. So it's like, I know there's a way, but we haven't figured this out yet. Or there's just too much money and not, right?
What's cash? What are you talking about? Just kidding.
The medley money, right?
No, he's talking about Johnny.
Oh,
Johnny
Johnny
Cash.
You
Cash.
talking about the stuff in that coin purse from 1,000 years ago?
Yeah.
Back to the
The coin
purse.
purse.
You freaking know it. Well, Jordan, tell us, man, where do you want to go?
All right, I was all geared up to come in and say your mom's house because I thought it'd be really funny, but that's just immature and rude. Okay, I want to go to Chris's mom's house. No, I'm just-
You'll have to fight my dad.
I will. I'll kiss him too.
Kiss him.
Anyway, no, Japan. Really, honestly, out of all the places, you know, in the world that I've wanted to go to, and you know, Japan was always one of the ones. And now we're going, which is crazy. But yeah, Japan was the one. I'm a big weed, you know, like the anime, all that stuff. The food looks awesome. I like their food. I haven't tried all the food because, you know, can't find a lot of like authentic Japanese like eateries around here. You know, you're not gonna get any okonomiyaki or anything out here. So you know, that'd be my answer. Definitely your mom's house in Japan. No, I'm sorry.
It's her summer house in
Summer
Japan.
house.
Yeah,
You
summer,
can visit her in Japan.
summer house, summer not, you know?
Man, Japan, super cool, dude. I've never been like so deep into anime or anything like that I could hold a good conversation with it, but there's very few of them that I've watched that I've just been like, what a waste of time. Like I actually got into this Terminator one that was on Netflix. I don't know how authentic it is, but it's in Japanese. So, I mean, I had to do like the subtitles or the dub. And I thought it was cool because it was a whole different take on the Terminator story. And it was still like robots, cyborgs, time, you know, all the same stuff, just like no John Connor or Sarah Connor. But just kind of a different little spin-off of I guess the same universe or whatever, but
Yeah, I think I
it
saw
was
that instead of John and Sarah Connor, it was like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, right?
Yeah.
close. But it was super cool. And so, Japanese culture is always, I used to take karate and martial arts type stuff. So Japan, what a super cool. If I was to go anywhere over in Asia, totally Japan, man. Totally.
I'm
That
going to
would be
Burma.
man, I'm
Yeah.
excited for you guys. When you said Japan, I was like, oh, like Japan, like the country, or like Japan, Michigan. But I was like, man, that's freaking awesome. It just like blows me away too, because of how far the music travels, and super excited for you guys and that opportunity that you got coming up, man. Way cool.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Brando, I'm
All
done.
right.
Question 4.
Question 4. TJ, what is your personal slogan?
Personal slogan. I don't know. I don't have one.
You got a little saying or a little quip you like to say a lot? I bet the other guys know what you say.
He likes to sit in the corner and be
say
silent.
anything that I say
No.
on the regular.
Well,
This
no.
is too expensive.
I mean, I think that's just all of our slogan at this point.
Yo, it's money.
It's a good slogan. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
good
it's a pretty good slogan.
I guess it depends on what game are you currently playing. Are you playing Dark Souls again? Because then it's like, fucking god damn it.
Yeah, it's true. It was true.
It's great.
His slogans when he's mad at video games are great.
Oh, come on.
Son of a bitch.
I catch myself doing them,
you
though. I heard them so
cocksucker,
much.
Fuck this game, and then
Yeah.
you throw your controller.
And then he's back to playing it 10 minutes
Well,
later.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Gotta beat it.
Need a cigarette.
Yeah, gotta beat it, man.
I guess me now, huh? I don't really know. I don't really have a slogan. Jordan, what do you think I say? I mean, I have a funny one, but I shouldn't say it. So
say it.
The Jews did it. That's my that's it. It's probably the funniest. That's like closest thing I could think of.
This is funny because Brandon has a thing that we say, and like he started this, and it's funny because it's not citing politically one way or another when we do it, but he'll go, we'll talk about something that sucks, and he'll go, thanks a lot, Obama. And it just makes me laugh every freaking time, man.
You gotta have at least someone to blame.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's not, well, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a valid thing to blame somebody on, Yeah,
it's
just a thing to say.
Stem from, there was like a period of time where it just seemed like everything bad in the world, like you just heard, is just like one side was just always like, it's Obama's fault. And I was like, let's stub my toe and be like, God damn it, thanks a lot, Obama.
It had to be regulation to add that toe kick there on the bottom of that couch.
Well, that's a good slogan, Chris.
Yeah, I love everybody. Just for the record,
that's why it's good.
Yes,
me too. Like this, just you can't make fun of everybody. You shouldn't make fun of anybody. So
exactly.
Hell yeah! All right, Jordan, what's your personal slogan?
Oh man, I'm ready.
Hold on. That's it. Hold on.
So I guess honestly, a thing that I would always say and still do in all seriousness, all right, guys, I'm not even gonna say some whack shit all of a sudden. But if you can't make yourself laugh, then how are you supposed to make anyone else laugh? Right? And that's something I've always kind of held true, and I like being funny. I don't know if you guys noticed or not. I like to crack a couple jokes here and there.
What?
I know. It's my coping mechanism. I don't really deal with emotion. I just make jokes about literally everything.
I think you and I have that in common. I will tend to make things worse because I think I'm gonna fix it with a joke. Like someone's getting pissed or in a bad mood, and I start making more jokes, and they're just getting worse and worse, and people are just getting more mad. And I'm like, I promise, I'm trying to fix it. I just can't seem to. I'm just going the wrong way.
I just can't seem to figure this out. Maybe one more joke will do it.
Yes,
He
exactly.
just doesn't like it right now. I didn't tell a funny enough joke.
Yes. So
Man, I was sitting in a board meeting one time and I told a Mad Max joke. I don't even remember what it was. And it was like silence. And I went, really? Like nobody? Like, no, Mad Max, Mad Max, Mad Max. And these were all people older than me. And they were like, nope, nope, nope. And I was like, crash and burn.
Hey, like I said, though, as long as you laughed, that's all that matters.
I think I even said that. I think I even said, I guess, you guys just have to be in here. But I'm telling you, if you were in here, it's freaking Funland all day long.
my go-to with that is usually like, oh, yeah, you must have left your sense of humor at home today because that was pretty fucking funny.
That's what really pisses them off right there, I bet. Oh, whenever you poke at that. So
you just got to remember, most people are too stupid to understand a good punchline. Okay, that's all it is.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap it up. Question 5. TJ, tell us, what, sir, is your favorite movie or show?
Oh, that one. I'm being totally honest with that. I literally watched like zero TV.
Guy.
If it, I'd say if it were to be something that I've watched before, definitely Dragon Ball Z. 100%. Not all shows need to have a story behind it. It can be dumb and punching all day long.
Seinfeld.
There's a story.
There's a little bit of a story, but
all right, Dragon Ball Z.
All right,
I
like it.
Yeah,
Chris.
Favorite movie, Pulp Fiction. I've got the speech tattooed on my arm. The Ezekiel 25:17. It's like my second tattoo. Yeah, I love that movie. I think it's an absolute masterpiece.
That's
like
awesome.
Anything Tarantino's made is damn near perfect.
Pretty good. He's got lots of good moments.
Good. Yeah. Also, that new Night of the Seven Kingdoms show is amazing, especially if you've read the Game of Thrones books. Oh my god, it's so good.
That is a pretty cool show. I am not much of a reader, but I'm watching the show, and it's I'm kind of pissed that it's already season finale next week. Like, what the fuck? That was short as shit.
So you haven't read the short story?
Yes.
Yeah. So you haven't read the short story at all?
No.
Oh man. So that was you're up to date then?
Yes.
The show. Oh man. So that was probably quite a heartbreaking moment for you.
Yeah. That was kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it's too bad. All right. Yeah, that's the best show on TV currently.
Man, I'll have to get into it. I've actually been rewatching through Game of Thrones. I don't know why. I just started watching it again.
And the first 5 seasons are great.
Yeah.
Same as House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon season 1's pretty good. Second season.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I'm a book nerd. I'm a book nerd though, so I've got a lot of gripes.
That's cool, man. Books are always better. I mean, I've discovered audio. Actually, whenever my wife and I got married like 15 years ago, we checked out The Shank, short for Shawshank Redemption for anybody who doesn't know. We checked that out, an audiobook at the local library before, it was like all out there where you could just get stuff. You probably could. We just didn't know how to do it. And I've listened to audiobooks several times through, and I dig those more than movies for sure. It's just hard for me to sit down and find the time to do it. I gotta maybe during a long drive or something.
Audiobooks are great. I'm halfway through the Wheel of Time series right now. It's the only way to get through most books. To it. I think as adults we lose this attention span. I fall asleep when I read books, so it's good. I
think my attention span is not as good as it used to be either. So it's kind of interesting you said that. Guess we lose it. So
I'm not sure mine was ever very good.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't any better then. That's all I'm saying.
No. Well, mine's got to be them moving pictures on the screen.
Yeah.
It's
That's
the
why
anxiety from knowing you have to get stuff done as an adult. As a kid, you don't have that, so you can just watch and play, and you don't care. You can just take it all in. As an adult, you're sitting there for 30 minutes. You're like, "Oh shit, dude, I should be doing something productive. I'm fucking up my whole life right now."
yeah, like this is having like consequences that like affect me down the road. That's so funny, man. And it's true, you know. Like I always talk about like as a grown up, I'm not homesick for a place. I'm homesick for a time period that I can't ever go back to again, you know. Time whenever things just weren't as serious. But yeah, crazy world, man. So tell us, Jordan, what would be your favorite movie or show?
Favorite movie of all time, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh.
Always been a huge fan of the original Universal horror movies as a kid. Creature was always the one that kind of like stuck out to me, you know, this weirdo trying to find love, you know, obviously doing it in a completely monstrous way, but you know, it's still that essence of like, you know, he cares. He actually cares for something more than just killing, you know, he's just trying to find companionship. And you know, it's relatable as a weird kid who, you know, was felt alone and all that. So
Yeah, I think it's
best
relatable.
movie ever made though is The Big Lebowski. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I forgot to add that. Big Lebowski is the best movie ever made. It's not my favorite, but it's the best movie ever made. My favorite is The Picture.
Yeah, man,
Nice.
Big Lebowski, another solid choice. Freaking dude. And then of course they throw Sam Elliott in, you know, as the narrator, and it doesn't get any more hardcore cowboy than Sam Elliott. Maybe John Wayne, but just talking like still alive kind of guy,
Yeah,
you know. Um Still out there being a cowboy, like that big mustache is like this, and
yeah.
he's
They
like
put John Wayne Gacy down a while ago.
yeah. Forget about him. Oh, well, there's the no longer Fast Five. We're gonna call it the Furious Five, is what we're gonna call it.
I'm angry now.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
you are.
you guys have helped us rename it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not fast, it's Furious,
That's
and it has nothing to do
furious.
with the Fast and the Furious. So,
Yeah.
yeah, guys, freaking like I could sit here and do this show forever. And I always say I'm going to try to keep it at a reasonable time because I know that your time is important. And for everybody out there, like we film these late in the evening and these guys are actually an hour, I guess, ahead of us. Is that how that goes? Is what we
It's
say.
almost
So,
Yeah,
midnight.
it's midnight. I've
Almost
been
so,
staying
midnight. Yeah.
after at work for an hour to do the rest of this show. And I still got an hour and a half drive home, guys. It's gonna
oh
be great.
man. So, you know, because we definitely want to respect your time and we just want you to know that we're extremely grateful for that time. We're so happy that you just took a second to hang out with us tonight. Just showed us a little bit of the side of the world that you guys are living in and how you're making the badass tunes. And everybody out there, go check out Krocophile. Like, do not pass them up. Either start with Slamzilla or start with the recent EP Sewer King. Work your way back, check it all out. Enjoy the music. Tell your friends. If you're in Houston, make sure to stop by Gulf Coast Death Fest. If you're in Japan, go see these guys in freaking Japan, man. Like, I mean, come on. That would be cool. That would be so cool if I just happened to be there. And I was like, honey, we got to go check this band out while we're here. Oh, man. That would be such an experience. So we're super stoked for you guys. Really looking forward to seeing you guys at the Death Fest. Hoping that there's a huge turnout there too. There's always a great showing, but just want like you guys to go out there and melt like a lot of freaking faces. We're just so happy you took the time with us, guys. We're grateful. Thank you. Keep rocking the music and being brutal and slamming around. And if there's anything we can do, let us know, man. You're part of the family now, always and forever. We love you guys. Just let us help you. If you're sharing something, I say we share something, and by we, Brando, he keeps a good eye on everything, and he likes to make sure people see it. Not just because we love you guys, but also because we love your music.
Thanks.
So,
We love you too.
Yeah.
Oh,
man, so that's what it's
I love
about.
everybody.
Yeah, we know, Chris.
I love everybody.
So, it's great to meet you guys, and I'm gonna shut up, let Brando say thank you, but thanks, guys.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Looking forward to seeing you guys, meet y'all in person. Jordan, congratulations on the baby coming, and
Thank you.
I do hope it all works out so that we get to hang out a little bit in person at Gulf Coast Death Fest too. So just 5, but also guys, just thanks again, and looking forward to seeing you. Y'all have a wonderful night, and keep it
Thank
up.
you. Thanks, you guys too.
Awesome.
Nothing else to say. Go rock out some brutal tunes, everybody. Don't stop. Don't stop. We'll see you at the Death Fest. Krocophile.
Don't
Metal
stop
Block over and out.
believing.
Later.
Peace.
Balls. Schmegma.